What's up guys, my name is Ace and welcome to KEM Tactics. In this series I go over all of the various elements that go into earning KEM strikes, and I give you as many tips and tactics that I can to help you earn this streak. In the last episode we covered how to create effective KEM classes, and in this episode we're going to be talking about setting yourself up for success before you get into the game. Let's get into it. Alright, so successfully earning KEM strikes is about much more than just playing well. There are a ton of things you can do to maximize your chances of success that have absolutely nothing to do with your gameplay, and I often see people neglecting these things. So the first thing you can do to maximize your chances of success is to select the right game mode. KEM strikes can technically be earned on any game mode in the game, but obviously some game modes make the task a little bit easier than others. I highly recommend Domination for going for KEMs, but Blitz is another potentially good option as long as you don't have those really quick rounds. The reasons I recommend these two game modes over the other ones like Team Deathmatch, Cranked, or Kill Confirmed are: number one, these Team Deathmatch style modes only have a certain number of kills to go around each game, so if you get halfway through the game and you're on a big streak and then you die, it's basically over for you for the rest of that game. There's no chance of earning that KEM. And I guess you could say Kill Confirmed is kind of an exception because you don't technically have to pick up your tags, but I still find there aren't very many kills to go around before the game ends. The second reason is the spawns on these TDM style game modes are a little bit more sporadic than in Domination or Blitz, and they're much harder to read, which can really screw you over. All it takes is one really bad spawn to end your streak and really frustrate you. And finally, the third reason is the enemies are generally easier to predict and control in Domination and Blitz because the spawns are attached to a fixed objective, and people must push towards the objective if they want to win the game. Whereas in Team Deathmatch style game modes, people can go wherever they want, whenever they want, and they have no real incentive to move if they don't want to. They can just camp one building the entire game. And this makes them really unpredictable in many of the cases. So that's game modes. I definitely recommend Domination if you're going for KEM strikes, but Blitz is another option as well. So what's next for setting yourself up for success? Get into a party. While solo KEMs are definitely attainable, I find that they come much easier if you play with 1 to 3 other people that you know want to win the game. Having these players allows you to not worry nearly as much about the outcome of the game and the objective, because even just a few coordinated players can comfortably win most games. KEMs are definitely easier to earn when you're winning in Domination or Blitz because it almost always means that your team has the proper map control, which allows you to better predict your enemies because they have to come to you to be able to win. So you may be wondering, why only 1 to 3 other players? Why not a full party of 6? This is because full parties are often way too overpowering and they cause the enemy team to leave almost all the time. It's pretty hard to string 25 kills together when there are only 2 people to kill on the enemy team and you're fighting over those kills with your 5 friends. You want relative control over the game, but you don't want to completely destroy and demoralize the enemy team. This is why we want smaller parties. If you guys don't have many people to play with or any people to play with, I highly recommend checking out Hupit Gaming, which is a site that's designed to bring like-minded gamers together so you guys can play together. They have a sharing gamertag section where you can post your gamertag or your PSN on the site and people can find you and add you, or you can go through that sharing gamertags and find people that you're interested in playing with. I'll leave you guys a link in the description. Okay, so we've gone through game mode selection and partying up. The last thing I want to cover is choosing the maps that work for you. While you can earn KEMs on any map in the game, some maps will work better for you, and this really comes down to personal preference and playstyle. For me personally, I have most of my KEMs on Whiteout, Stonehaven, Siege, and Warlord, and I definitely feel like I have these maps mastered, so if I'm trying to earn a KEM, I'll vote for these maps over any other map. I also know which maps I'm not really likely to earn a KEM strike on at this point in the game, and it's basically just due to inexperience and my playstyle not really meshing with the map. And these 2 maps are Chasm and Freight. I am slowly learning them, but it is taking time, and at this point, I don't feel comfortable earning KEM strikes on those maps. So find out which maps you have the most success on and vote for those. On the other end of that, if there's a map that you can't seem to stay alive on, you may want to try to avoid that map, or if you do end up playing it, don't frustrate yourself by trying to earn a KEM strike. Alright, so those are some of the best things you can do outside of the gameplay to maximize your chances of success when going for a KEM strike. In the next episode, I promise we'll be getting into the gameplay to help you earn those KEM strikes. I know these first 2 episodes have been pretty much completely unrelated to actual gameplay, but they are just as important. If you don't get these things set up first, you're likely to have a very tough time earning that 25 kill streak. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time.